It's 1781. The states are all fighting. No one has the power to get anything done. The Articles of Confederation turn out to be a blueprint for political disaster. So, what exactly were the Articles? Many of us vaguely remember them as America's original Constitution, the flawed prototype for our federal government, right?
No one thought of them as a constitution. The states had constitutions because the states were the sovereign entities.
The Articles were explicitly designed to have a weak central government and very strong state governments.
Under the Articles, the 13 original states aren't states as we know them today, but more like independent sovereign nations. There aren't 3 branches of government like we have today either. What little power there is wielded by the one and only branch, the Congress.
The revolutionaries wanted to keep the Congress very limited in power for fear that it could become another British Parliament, and whatever power the states would give to it, it might turn that power against them. So they made sure that the real power of government remained on the state level.
Instead of passing laws that the 13 states must obey, the most Congress can do is ask pretty please. The biggest disaster in this flawed system is the economy. 13 different paper currencies flood the country, fueling runaway inflation. Unregulated tariffs push prices sky high. And the central government is always broke, since it has no power to levy taxes.
And so at every level, from Congress to the states, to the towns, to the individuals, people are strapped. And this is one of the reasons why that a new way of thinking about the form of government, the authority of government, and the way in which revenue should be raised becomes central to the questioning and the revisioning of the Articles of Confederation.
But for those Americans desperate for food and jobs, a debate about fixing the government isn't enough. They want to take the whole thing down. In 1786, a former captain in the Revolutionary Army, Daniel Shays, leads a mass revolt against the government and attacks the Federal Armory in Massachusetts. It takes the battle-scarred Massachusetts militia to finally put down the rebellion. But a new wave of uprisings seems like a sure thing, unless Americans can come together and agree on how to run the country.
So the first government said, something has to be done. We either have to strengthen or replace the Articles of Confederation with something that is more workable and not as weak.